Going. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Not Content Podcast. This is a YouTube exclusive here on the Not Content Podcast. Please like and subscribe. Click the bell icon for notifications. Leave a 4 or 5 star review on Apple and Spotify to get those algorithms going. As we mentioned, we are going to be doing 2 shows a week in the month of December because we want to get as much Christmas as we can. We are kind of doing like new Canon stuff for the main channel, and this on YouTube exclusives, we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to go through movies and specials that don't quite make the cut. And we're going to be talking about a special that is actually celebrating its 10th anniversary. And unlike the Jason Schwartzman Rashida Jones connection, I did know that we were doing this for the 10th anniversary before I picked it. So I did know this. And in fact, it's almost 10 years to the day. This was released December 4th, 2025, and this podcast will be released around that very same time. So, Brian, this is a movie, or this is a special that is produced by American Zoetrope. Which, what is the significance of American Zoetrope, Brian?
I'm not even sure. You got to tell me the backstory on this one.
Who is the main director behind it? Obviously, Sophia Coppola is the director of this. That should give you a hint.
Well, all I know is that the Lost in Translation connection, and that I think deep down Sophia Coppola is in love with Bill Murray, but that's a
Yes,
whole
but who is
different.
her who is her father?
Francis Ford Coppola,
And do you want to guess what their most recent movie is?
Megalopolis.
Yup, it is. So a little bit of history there. So yeah, this is directed by Sofia Coppola. So what happens when you put Bill Murray in a Christmas special on paper? A great idea because this is the guy who's in Scrooge, right? It has to work. Sofia Coppola bringing something unique. You've got Miley Cyrus singing. You've got these different elements. Brian, what is your opinion of this? Because I'm very curious to know, because I don't know that you had ever seen this before, but I'm very curious to know what you thought.
Okay, so this is very much a non-narrative type Christmas special where it's like they're
Correct.
trying to they're trying to say that they're trying to have a Christmas special, but there's a snowstorm and Chris Rock randomly shows up
Which
and
I feel
leaves.
like is the premise of like a bajillion Christmas specials. Like they're
Right.
trying to put one
So
on.
yeah, so the idea is let's forget plot and just focus on moments, right? And I guess that's, for a Christmas special, that makes sense. So this is much more of like a movie, or not even a movie, just something you throw on in the background of Christmas where you just want to hear the music, essentially. Just calm, relaxing Christmas music. Most of it's Christmas music. But other than that, it's nothing else
I
more
mean,
than it's
my
just
for
like,
me the problem is like the music isn't very good. Like if you're going to do that, and I don't necessarily have a problem with that. The issue that I have is that the music isn't very good. Like except for there are exceptions, and I will be happy to get into those exceptions. But for me, like the music overall is kind of a not. It's not great.
on top of that, this feels like a loose sequel to Lost in Translation, which is why I was like, where's Scarlett Johansson? When is Scarlett Johansson going to come out? Is she going to come out at the end? Where's Scarlett Johansson? She never comes out.
I think it's
So I was
funny that we get
disappointed.
George Clooney, but we don't get Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, why give us Scarlett Johansson? Give what the people want. We all want that. We all want. I don't know if we all want a sequel, but we all want to know what she said at the end or what he said at the end. So
I
maybe
don't
give us
necessarily
that.
think that. I think that's a bad take by you, but
I don't know. It's always one of those mysteries, and you got to think about like all those past love
I am
movies or
more
love
than
story
okay with
movies.
not knowing what was said. That is
But
totally acceptable.
I want to see like a follow up to that, and I thought this would be it because you got Bill Murray and Sophia Coppola, and it's like,
I mean,
oh,
I wanted it to be funny, and it wasn't really funny. Like that's the problem, is that
well, I think Bill Murray's trying to not be funny, and that's
which
I
is
don't know.
which is a pet peeve of mine when comedians intentionally try to not be funny in something that demands comedy. Like Bill Murray trying to be funny in like some of his movies is fine. Like I get what he's going for, but when you are in something like this, you should be funny, and the fact that he isn't is really strange.
I mean, I guess he just wanted a musical special. That's more what I
I
feel like he wanted out
guess,
of it.
but like that's not.
And I
this
guess
is
if Netflix is going to pay you to
weird.
do a Christmas special and you can do what you want, I guess it's like, well, I'm just going to be cool and sing, I guess, or something like that,
I
and get
mean,
my
you do
friends to
this
come
because it's
along.
Bill Murray, and Bill Murray doing a Netflix thing is probably it was different at the time. Like now, this wouldn't be
See,
a big
what my
deal.
thinking is Netflix was like, okay, we'll give you this, we'll give you the money to do this, we'll let you have Sophia Coppola, but maybe you give us a Sophia Coppola, Bill Murray reunion movie or something like that. You know what I mean? Like
And the funny
something,
thing is that they don't do a movie until 2020, and it's on Apple, not Netflix.
right? So I don't know
Right?
how I don't know. It's weird because it seemed like this was a setup for Netflix to get a Sofia Coppola movie and they don't get it. Like that's what it feels
It is
like.
genuinely bizarre. Like when you look at her filmography, like so she does The Beguiled after this, which is not a Bill Murray thing, and then in 2020, On the Rocks comes out, and do you realize who the two stars of that movie are?
I don't know.
Bill Murray and Rashida Jones.
Okay, well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like this seems like a setup to that, or whatever a project was coming next, that it just was stuck on Netflix. So I don't. Maybe this was meant for Apple or something, but Apple wasn't like a major
Apple
player at the
wasn't a
time.
thing at the time. I don't necessarily
Very weird
have an
timeline on
idea.
this whole thing, but it's Netflix owned and bred and produced, and it's on the Netflix still. So again, like if you just want to
Like
have a nice,
it's weird how not funny this is. Like Amy Poehler's in this, Michael Cera, and they're not funny. Like it's really weird to me.
yeah,
Like
to me, this is something
Chris
you put
Rock
on
is
while
in
you're like
this and
opening
not
presents.
funny.
When you're opening
Like
presents, you need something in the background. You put this on. You'll get a Miley Cyrus song for the kids. You'll get some slow old music for the old folks. Yeah, so that's kind of my interpretation of it. And Maya Rudolph knocking it out of the park because I forget her mom is the famous singer. Um, I forget her name, but she's got that voice. You
you
know, it's
mean
kind of
George
inherent.
Clooney's aunt, Rosemary Clooney?
That as well. I guess what is this a whole nepo themed thing outside of Bill Murray? I mean, he would have put his brother in it, but we know that his brother's dead. So, or is he
Yeah,
is
he
his
has
brother dead?
multiple brothers.
The older
Brian,
brother
he has.
that's in Caddyshack.
Let's see here. So Brian Doyle Murray is still with us,
Wow, and he's the one from
and
Caddyshack.
Joel Murray is also still with us.
Wow. So why weren't they in this thing? Because clearly there was some nepo stuff, jokes,
It's
inside
weird.
joke
They're
type
not
stuff here.
like they're occasionally in movies together, but it's pretty rare. I don't know. Like I said, this whole thing is very strange to me because on paper this should be really good. Like when you look at some of the pieces, when you look at some of the moments, like you have Sophia Coppola, so it's pretty well shot. You have Bill Murray, so it should be funny. You have Miley Cyrus singing, and I think that's probably the best part. Like it's weird to me. Like the best part of this movie is the dream sequence, and the rest of it is just kind of not. It doesn't really work. So this is a very strange beast.
For sure. And I was also hoping for that whiskey that he was drinking in Japan. I was hoping for like a cameo of that, and like because they were drinking all over this thing, like in a bar, like they were always drinking. So I was expecting that, but I didn't even get that. So I don't know what it is, but I just felt like this was like an opportunity to follow up on Lost in Translation when you got all the pieces, almost all the pieces there, but you just didn't do it and you chose something else. So it's kind of disappointing on that end. But again, this is more of a soundtrack piece kind of thing. Just put it on the background. Have a fake fire in the background as well, like one of those like streams of a fake fireplace, and just open presents.
Yeah, just some very strange things. I did appreciate the reference to Monuments Men and what a bad movie that was. Again, another movie that on
Hilarious,
paper.
hilarious. Because he goes, "I was in Monuments Men." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Have you watched Monuments Men?
No, I liked the trailer, but I kept hearing weak things,
It
so I just
is
kind of passed.
shockingly terrible.
Well, after I saw George Clooney's football movie, I was kind of like, I don't know if he hasn't left it as a director anymore.
Like it's
I'm
really
not sure.
strange. Like you watch Good Night and Good Luck, and you're like, George Clooney is a really good director, and then you watch everything since, and you're like, George Clooney is not a good director.
Yeah, it's more of him trying to do genre movies, and I think that's not his thing. Like he's just got to do like a biopic or like someone has to get like a good script that treats itself seriously.
Or he could just not direct. Like
I
you
guess,
don't have
but like I
to.
said, he may just like I don't know if it was one and done, but Good Night and Good Luck is great, but
I mean, it's really good.
it's
Like
one and done. It's almost like it's
one
one
of
and
my
done.
favorite
So
movies ever, and everything else is just not. It's not it, man. It's just not it.
let's just be glad he never took over like the Ocean's franchise or something like that. That would have been really like how like
I think he,
Sylvester
I,
Stallone
I think
directed
he's smart enough to
some of the
know
Rocky
that
movies
this
later
would
on.
not
Like,
be a good idea.
yeah, exactly. So what is our next special, Jerome?
So next week on YouTube, we are going to be discussing a movie that you requested, correct?
Yes, Rare Imports. It's going to be a Killer Santa movie. Apparently, he's inside this crate. He gets out of it. I'm hoping children die because that'd be radical and cool. We saw it in the Blob, but obviously some adults are going to die. But how far is this movie going to go? Is this the real Santa Claus that's killing people? We'll find out. And Roger Ebert gave it 3.5 out of 4 stars, folks. So, and that's what this was like
I have never
2010.
seen, and I want to point out that I've never seen this before. So
Nor have
this will
I,
be
but I've just
brand
heard
new to
so
me.
many things of it, and that it's like, oh, this should fit the category of new canon, right? For like Christmas canon.
I
Because
mean, the
again,
funny
I
thing
haven't
is
seen it.
that so my original proposal was we were going to do the Christmas Chronicles, which is another Netflix Santa thing to contrast with Violent Night, but instead we're just going to go the violent thing. One in which Santa is the violent protagonist, and the other is the violent antagonist.
And both might be Vikings. We're not sure, but we know for sure one is or former Viking. I'm not sure on the
Yes,
other, but it would not surprise me knowing it's the
yes.
Norwegians.
All right. For Brian, I'm Jerome. Thank you so much for listening. We will talk to you again next week.